Hi everyone, I'm Francois. The last time I showed you a watch, I told you that I'd be unboxing this with you. So you know that it's a Phoibos. This is the box that I unboxed with the Apollo. But this one, we'll see what it is right away. Let's get right into it because it's time to watch. Before we get into the unboxing itself, I just wanted to show you this one here quickly. Like I said, the last time I opened up a Islander watch, so this came with it. This is my very first Orient watch. It's going to be part of my next review. And if you like these types of reviews, of course, press the like button. It truly helps the channel. Of course, you can leave a comment. Let me know if you have an Orient watch and what do you expect to have in this. We'll see in the next unboxing. So that's going to be for another time. Today, let's concentrate on this one. So this is another Phoibos watch. And as you can see, it's just a cardboard envelope in a sense, with no markings on it whatsoever. What I like about this is that you can recycle this really easily, or you can simply protect your box, but it doesn't really need protection because this, as you can see here, the material-like box here is sailcloth-like material. I don't know if it's exactly sailcloth, but it really looks quality cloth. You have this snap here to keep everything closed up. Everything holds really solid together, and it's Phoibos, as you can see. I told you. So let's get this open right away. Can't wait to see what's in here, right? Oh, you still can't see it. Well, you have the standard paperwork, and Phoibos has a card in here for a 2-year warranty. So IC standard is kind of 1 year, and 2 year is not the norm. Some watches go up to 5 years, but this here, standing behind your watch for 2 years, this is great. So look for that. And of course, the instructions on how to operate the watch. And here it is. You may recognize it. This is the Leviathan. It's the model number PY032E. And here it is with the white dial. There's all in all 5 different colors. There's the matte white that you see here. There's also the gray. There's a black, there's a blue and green. The matte white and the gray have this diamond-like coating that will look a bit closer. The other 3 colors have a stainless steel casing, but the gray one also has not just the diamond-like, but also has a bronze casing. So look for that on their website. Which reminds me, while I'm taking this out of the box, speaking of the website itself, is that this is my watch. I bought this on their website. I encourage you to go to the website. You can even subscribe to their newsletter, because what will happen is that they'll send you an email, say thank you for subscribing, and they'll send you a discount code. So with that discount code, that's what I did. I bought myself both the Phoibos Apollo and the Phoibos Leviathan. I don't know if you know, but Leviathan means a thing that is very large and powerful. So you'll see with the measurements that we'll see a bit later in a few seconds, this is a very large and powerful watch. So I really like that in a watch. I like larger watches, and this is suitable for me. So we'll get into the measurements, like I said. We'll talk about the different components, and I'll give you my first impressions of the watch. Of course, I hope to wear this for a couple of weeks before getting into the full review. So I'll try to keep it brief and give you an overview of the watch. This was truly an unboxing. If you wanted to see what else was in the box, well, nothing was in the box other than this. So you saw here, it's Phoibos with the nice blue that is repeated from the top. And of course, I always like taking this off with everyone here. I hope you like it as well as me, because it makes it so that it's so clean once you take it off. That crystal, there you go. That crystal is a sapphire glass with 3 AR coatings, AR anti-reflective coating. I don't know if you can see the bluish hue right there. Yep, right in the corner. That bluish hue there, that makes it so that you can confirm that there's AR in there, and you really can see the dial. There's a bevel on the crystal right here so that it plays well with the light here and the dial that is really contrasting. So let's get in with the measurements. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So the diameter of this, like I said, is it's a beast of a watch. It's 45 millimeters. It has 54 millimeters lug to lug. It has a thickness of 15.5 millimeters, including the sapphire glass here. It's a kind of a box flat sapphire glass, because you can see here the bevel here brings it up maybe a half a millimeter or maybe close to a millimeter here. If you notice right there, this is a helium escape valve. That helium escape valve makes it so that you have a full 500 meter water resistance. That's incredible. So that's why it's built tough. It's built solid. The lug width is a nice standard 22 millimeter. So if you want to change the bracelet, the strap to a bracelet, or to another strap that you would like, let's say a NATO-like strap, it's perfect. That rubber is a kind of a, how do you call it, a isoframe-like rubber band, I would say. It also has the Phoibos name here, and it's also DLC covered. That DLC is essentially a diamond-like carbon coating. So you want to have that for adding some hardness to it, some wear resist to it as well. So it's built very rugged, and it takes a beating. So that's why it's built large, it's built tough. It's like its name said, right? A thing that is very large and powerful. So with this DLC coating, both on the casing and on the buckle, you can throw it around and it'll take a beating. So the case itself, like I said, is stainless steel with the DLC, and the case back is pure stainless steel with an embossed logo right there. And like I said, while I was reviewing the Apollo itself, that logo, I find that really a fantastic logo. I like the feel, I like the flow of it. It's really a really I would say, how can I say that, powerful logo. It's difficult to say, but it's polarizing for sure, because I hear a lot of people say that they don't really like it. It's kind of a gimmicky logo, but I truly like it. It flows well with the fact that this is a dive watch, a pure dive watch. You see the logo also on the dial. So regardless if you like it or not, it's there. And as you can see also, it's written sapphire crystal. It's kind of engraved in there. Phoibos automatic. And it's water resistant to 500 meters, or 1650, or 1,650 feet. So it has a bezel, as you can see here. That bezel is also stainless steel. But the bezel insert is a ceramic bezel insert. And so it helps with the anti-scratching, I would say, because it doesn't have that DLC coating on the bezel insert. But being a ceramic, it's best it's kind of protected that way. And it's a 120 click unidirectional bezel. So it's a timing bezel for a true dive watch. And if you notice, like I said, the measurements and the strap itself is really long. So this is built for larger people with larger wrists, but not just that, is if you have a smaller, or let's say a standard wrist like mine is a 7-inch wrist, or 17.8 centimeters for those who work in metric. I can have this wrap around my my dive suit in a sense because of this large and long isoframe-like rubber strap. So this is built, truly built for scuba diving and for larger wrists as well. So the matte white in there, you can see it really clear. It's not shiny. It's not, there's no sunburst. It's really a matte white dial, so that it contrasts really well with the hour markers. You'll see there are applied hour markers that gives that three-dimensional look. You have those black hour and minute hands with that second hand with that just little touch of red on that second hand. That red calls out also the writing in automatic. That's red at the 6 o'clock. And so it's really legible. And that's why I say this is really a true diving watch, because it's really legible. And you'll see also is that all the markers have Lume on it. The hour and minute hands also have that single slit of Lume. And I'm not sure, I don't think the bezel insert is lumed, but we'll check that a little later. That date window here calls on the fact that this movement has a date wheel, and this movement inside is an NH35. So like I say, it's a true NH35. There's no ghost date. There's no ghost position for the date. And I really like the fact that it has the date. It's a complication that I think is very useful in a watch. There are other complications that exist out there. We may talk about that in future videos, but I really like the fact that this date window has black borders. It ties in really well with the rest of the indices, the rest of the hour markers. Even if it's just pushed towards the center a little, it's still not too off. The balance is not that much off regarding the rest of the dial. That movement is operated by a crown here that is signed. Again, I love that logo. It's a screwed in crown. And at the first position, you can hand wind. Second position, one click out, you can change the date. And 2 clicks out at the third position, you notice that you hack the seconds, so the second hand is stopped, and you can change the hours. Let's bring this back here. Push that back in, everything starts back again, and you just screw it. And it operates really well. You'll see the knurling here is really strong, and so it's really grippy, and it screws in really well. There's no grit in there. It's really smooth to put in. I talked about the lume. Everything is lumed, but I didn't talk about the lume itself. It's super luminova, but it's specifically the BGW9, so it glows blue. So it's really a great contrast with that white, that matte white dial. And I think that you'll really like this watch. Like I said, it's more for big wrists, for larger wrists, or for normal wrists. But if you want to wrap this around your scuba suit and really go diving at 500 meters of water resistance. That screw down case back provides that full 500-meter water resistance, as well as the screw down crown. So there you are. I think this is a fantastic watch. Let me just put it on my wrist, show you what it looks like, and then we'll wrap this up. Before I wrap things up, I wanted to show you the lume. So here it is. You kind of see it. I just closed the lights now. I didn't even blast it with my flashlight. Let me just see what it looks like once you charge it up. And no surprise, because Phoibos really likes its lume. They want that legibility for a dive watch, and voila. So if you noticed, even the bezel insert has lume. That nice blue BGW9 glows well. If I recall, there's something like 15 layers of lume. There it is on my 7-inch wrist. The 54 lug to lug is not that bad. Doesn't protrude through the wrist because it tapers, not it tapers, but it curves down, it hugs the wrist, so it's not that bad. I personally like larger watches, so this is right in my sweet spot. Like I said, this is a large and long rubber strap because I'm at the second to last here, third to last. And I still have room to grow. So ultimately, if I have a wetsuit on, I can wrap it around my wetsuit. It'll hold correct. It'll hold really well with these two holders, with that great stainless steel DLC coated buckle. So hope you like it, and hope you like these types of reviews. Like I said, press the like button. It truly helps the channel. Leave a comment. Don't hesitate to let me know if you like this type of watch, or this brand of watch as well. Phoibos does great watches. This is my second review of a Phoibos. As you saw, this one was my first, the Apollo. And press that notification button. You'll be notified of my next reviews. And I remind you, my next review is this very first Orient watch. So once again, I appreciate you tuning in, and hope to see you next time.